T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good morning, everybody. We are going to go again and try this again. I apologize again for last time. That was really bad. My internet was out all day the day before, and then it was out, up until I think 2 or 3 o'clock that day. So it was really bad. So I'm so glad Bianca decided she was still okay enough with me to come back. How are you today, Bianca?
I'm doing great. How about you? How's everybody in the chat?
Um, Do you want to be? I guess I never really actually asked. Do you want to be called Bianca or BM, or doesn't it matter to you?
Nah, it doesn't matter to me. You can call me whatever you want.
So we're gonna go with Bianca.
Yay.
I think people know you at this channel enough by now to realize when I say live with Bianca who I'm talking about. So let me bring up the chat here before we overlay it. There. Okay, well, it'll come in slowly, but we've got Robert Willing here. We got Hooded Justice, Riot Kitty. Bianca's here. Imagine that. Hominid Shelby, the villainous Queen of Hearts. That's kind of a badass name.
I've talked
that's
to
kind
her
of awesome.
a few times.
What's that?
We talked about the King of Fighters, I believe, before.
The King of Fighters?
That's a video game. We were talking about the manga.
Oh yeah, totally. I was freaking out because I'm like, you were holding it down kind of. Oh, hello, trans conservative waifu. I don't want to miss anyone. I always feel bad. But Loki Wolf Whisperer. But I know we were also talking about Psychopaths.
Yes. Before you cut off.
I know, that was so bad. So I guess we'll start off with I want to look at new comics. I want to talk, kind of pick your brain because you know a lot more anime and manga than I do. So we'll talk a little bit about that, about I guess the whole like subs versus dubs controversy and stuff like that. But what are you reading right now? What are you enjoying right now?
I'm reading Batman versus Big B. I'm reading Robin. I'm reading Son of Kal-El. I'm reading oh my gosh, Black Cat, the Marvel one.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to get like a couple issues of America Chavez made in the USA.
Oh yeah.
I'm missing like 1 or 2 issues. I need 1 or 2 left. I'm so excited because I'm a completist. I have to get them all before I finish it. It's really weird. I'm reading Beasts of Burden, which apparently is just like a crap ton of one-shots about these 3 dogs going on like a bunch of like horror adventures, or more like trying to survive. Oh my gosh, I still have to get what was it called? Something Fists. 30 Fists? Was it called 30 Fists? No, I don't remember. But it's a queer comic book about like, think about like Fight Club, but it's everybody in the town and they can just fight whoever whenever, that kind of thing.
Well, okay.
So that one was pretty fun to read. And then I'm just trying to like get some of my manga, but I haven't been to like Barnes and Nobles in a long time. I need to get Princess Jellyfish Volume 1. I love that anime. Oh my gosh. I need to get the Psycho-Pass prequels manga because it's an original, so it doesn't come from a manga, but it does have a prequel manga that came after the anime, I believe. There's a lot. I need the King of Fighters still. Apparently there's all 6 volumes. I only have 2. 3 is going to be shipped to me once Midtown Comics says it's okay. That's all I'm reading for now. I'm still like, I have a lot on my pull list, but they all come later.
Right.
Like Wonder Woman Evolution, Wonder Woman Historia, Nubia, and the Amazons, which may or may not be coming to me because apparently a lot of stuff is out of stock already.
Oh wow, that's good. I mean that's kind of good, I guess.
Good
I
for
guess it
them,
just
not for
depends on
me.
how your shop orders.
13 Fists. Thank you, Hooded Justice. Thank you.
Oh dang, I never heard of it.
It's
um.
a indie.
Oh, I've never heard of it. Is it worth checking out?
I mean, I find it fun. Like, there's nothing serious about it. It's just like,
Right. Well, that's
uh,
sometimes that's the best.
yeah. So there's this girl who is in one of her groups, and then there's a girl who's on like the rival group. They kind of were into each other, but because they're rivals, they're like, now you can't hang out with each other, and so something happened, and so they just broke up. And it's possible it could be from like a toxic relationship or something like that.
Yeah.
But like every time they see each other, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna fight it out." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" I personally find it pretty fun. Nothing too serious. And yes, Robert, he also did Madoka Magica, which is why I love that guy because he does something that's like different. He does things that are different in anime, you know? Like he doesn't
Hold on one
do the
second. I'm
generic
sorry.
ones.
I
Yeah,
just
sorry.
lost my audio for some reason.
Woo!
Okay, let me see if that's working. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, let me switch this over to my Yeti. I don't know. My headphones died.
Mines die sometimes too.
Okay, I think I got it working.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Like
you're
technical
fine.
difficulties on every front when it comes to streaming with you. I was using my wireless headphones and they were hard to hear anyways. But then they just even though I've been charging them all morning, they just completely die. Okay, we're good. No more technical difficulties. I'm sorry, everyone.
It's
Oh,
always the plug-in ones that are better.
I know. Just go with something that actually works. They hardly ever connect through Bluetooth anyway, so I don't know
Mhm.
them, but yeah. So what did I miss? What did I miss?
Nothing much. I kept quiet. But there's some people talking to me. So Samuel, yes, number 3 is gonna be like hard to find. So I have a selling app called Mercari. Anything that's sold out, you will find it over there. Even like really, really old issues. Like I've been finding them like even what's it called? Not the 1940s, maybe the 1960s ones, kind of. Loki Wolf Whisperer. I am also waiting for the dub of Vinland Saga. Uh, I like it comes out on DVD apparently because there's two different types of dubs. One in Netflix Japan only, which I find pretty funny, and then the other one that's just gonna come out on DVD because apparently there's two rights, one streaming rights, and then the other one is the home video rights. Uh, I did not see. I don't think I saw the Godzilla trilogy. I didn't even know he made Godzilla, Robert. Hi, Incubus Time Lord. Okay, I'm done. Yes.
You're so good. That's why I still think you need to start a channel. I think people would love it. But
I'm
so
not
it's
interesting.
yes, you are. You're so
Lies.
good with people. That's awesome.
Oh, hello, Jedi Knight Lego Nerd. It is awesome.
I know. Isn't that the best name ever? Let me see. Where is it? Miss my name, right? I love it. I love it so much. So as far as like books this week, I don't know if anyone has picked up The Imposter yet. It was
I've been hearing about
the
it.
Black Label book that was written by the guy that does the Batman, right? So it would be something that you think would be really good. um I don't know how I feel about it. I read it last night. So first off, I do think we're going to. I think it's giving us little hints at maybe what's coming in the movie. So they have Leslie Tompkins in it. And I love Leslie as a character, right? She's been around for forever. She was race swapped in it, which I don't care. But it was kind of something I don't know, it was just different, okay? So then they're basically making her almost vindictive towards Batman. Like he has to come there every single night by like 6 a.m. to earmuffs. I'm not gonna give too much away, but um he has to is it the one by Jock? Let me look. I got it up here. I thought it was the one by the guy from the Batman. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's by Mattinson Tomlin. Mattinson Tomlin. So he basically has to go to Leslie's house every day by 6 a.m. or she's going to call the police and tell everybody that he's Bruce Wayne. Like that's, and the whole imposter idea is somebody is pretending to be Bruce and killing people. But I don't know. It's like, wait. What is this, Samuel? Did you try the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League phone number? No, let's try it right now. We'll try it live. I didn't even see anything. Did they have a new like teaser? 310-564-7047. Let's try it. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I'll put it on speaker.
You're the one who asked for a chance to prove yourself, Sean. And that's what I'm getting. I don't care how you kill the Justice League. Stab them.
What the fuck?
Their shiny little superhero heads off. You're not going free.
What? Okay. I like those I like those little gimmicks, but that was pretty short of a message.
I remember there was a Santa one long time ago. There was this phone number you get to call Santa, but he kind of just like curses at you. It would change every holiday, but now they don't do it anymore. I kept that phone number too.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I know, didn't they have one on like Mjolnir not that long ago? Like maybe a year or two ago they had a number. I don't remember. It was weird. Like Hush, yes. Okay, so Evil Clown. Basically that's what the imposter is, right? Is a Hush type storyline. And the only thing I will say that's really redeeming about the imposter is the way that they treat Ratcatcher as a person that's sick instead of as this sick person. That sounds redundant, but I know what I mean. They actually treat him like he's gonna possibly help Batman, and he's like, you see him cry because of, being disliked by everyone, and the reason why he likes rats is because they treat him better, whereas people treat him like trash. That was the only good part about that story. I think. I don't know. I still don't know how to feel about it. It's very weird. As far as new books this week, though, I haven't read anything else. I don't think. I'm looking at my books, but we'll go through all the new releases this week. But this was kind of a shorter week for me, just because like there wasn't a lot. May's book I'm really looking forward to. I know Strange Adventures ended out this week. Everybody's saying they would watch your videos.
Well, here's the thing. So I do have an Instagram where I post on my stuff. But even with the Instagram, I can't keep up. The reason is because at 13 years old, I had a chronic illness. That chronic illness gives me like a crap ton of fatigue. Sometimes I feel it gets worse as the years goes by. So because of that, I have like no energy to post anything. And I told my family, I'm like, listen, I don't think an Instagram would be good for me because I don't think I can keep up with it. And they're like, you should try it anyway. And I haven't even been on Instagram in like a month, more than a month probably. Like that's mostly the reason why. I mean, I try to so hard, and then I'm like, oh, I want to do editing, but I don't I don't know even how to freaking edit. Some of my videos are pretty messed up. And then other times, like if I am home and somebody else is home, I keep my voice down because sometimes these walls are thin. I can hear everybody. I know everybody's watching TV and all that stuff. So that can like
Right.
mess with like the audio and everything. So I would have to be like, hey, can you be quiet? Or hey, I have to be home alone, which who knows when that will be.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know that. So we'll just keep bringing you on here. How's that sound?
For that, I can do.
Did you happen to, I don't know, are you reading Superman and the Authority? That one also came out this week. It finished that one up.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I wasn't really interested in Batman and the Authority. My Instagram page should be like on my about page. I did put a link on there. I don't know if it works. I just did it. And I'm also on Robert's channel.
yeah,
I stream
that's
with him too. Plug in.
Robert, you can put your link if you want to. But okay, so Superman and the Authority. I've been saying this all along, and I just want to say to everybody, I told you so. This was supposed to be, so this was written in by Grant Morrison, right?
Yeah.
And it was done supposedly in 2018. So we've got nearly 4 years ago, right? This was supposed to be this whole like Elseworld thing, and it tied in officially, even though I have seen the writing on the wall all along, it tied in officially to the main continuity. One thing that's driving me and crazy about this that I've been trying to tell people for a long time, whether it's through jokes or not, that 5G never went away. You remember the whole 5G fiasco?
Yeah, with the whole Dan Didio thing and everything. Yep.
So that never went away. That never went away. People keep saying, okay, we dodged that bullet, and everything else. But what we're seeing now is it being done slower. This tied in, and it's really weird. Like, okay, I love Grant Morrison. I think he's a great writer. There was like a lot of internet speak in it. I don't know how else to
No, that's right. That's right. Internet speak.
like, yeah, and then like people in the middle of battle telling each other their pronouns, and then it was like, I think it was issue 1, and I actually found it really funny. Issue 1 or 2, she was battling body shaming trolls, and then by issue 5, she is battling, the guy's name's Iron Cross. He's like a literal Nazi, and they're talking about white supremacy. Like it's very, very weird. Not in a good way. Like at first I was really enjoying it because I thought it was like satire on humanity right now, right? Like, oh my God, body shaming trolls, what a fucking joke. And now it's like, no. He was serious about that shit. Like, I thought it was so funny at first because I'm like, this is really good. It's a parody of humanity. No, that's how he looks at humanity. Oh God, that's scary. But it did officially tie into the War World saga, meaning they didn't ever. I pretty much confirming they never really got rid of 5G, right? Mm-hmm. And that's exactly right. Incubus. Let me see here. It's 5G Lite, a watered down version of the original, and that's exactly right. They're kind of doing like I described it in my video yesterday. It's like double dipping. Because I don't know what other way to say it. Like, they're still putting out a Batman title with Bruce Wayne, but they're also putting out one called I Am Batman with Jace Fox. And then they're putting out Deep Target with Arthur Curry, but still putting out The Becoming with Jace Fox, or Jackson Hyde. They're still putting out a Wonder Woman title, right? I haven't read it yet, but I know she came back to Earth finally. And then they're putting out Yara Flor. They're doing it with every single mantle, except for Green Lantern. They really went in full in on Joe Mullion and Teen Lantern. Every single title we're getting is literally what we were going to be getting for 5G.
Nani?
Except, what's that?
Nothing.
Except for maybe Damian is not the big bad, which we still actually don't know because he's got his own Robin title. And we know that Darkseid is the big issue here. But other than that, yeah, we're getting 5G. It's just watered down. And I don't know why they tried to act like it actually went away. They're changing everything. The only thing I can say that is good is they're still running the other side, the titles alongside it, right? So I as long as the stories are good, I'll read them. It just depends on if they're good. Black Manta, did you happen to pick that one up?
No, I'm not interested in Black Manta.
No, save your money. It was so bad I couldn't get through the first issue.
And that was that a Black Label?
No, it's main continuity.
Should have been a Black Label. I don't know why. Just because of the name. Well,
it's terrible. Like, it's terrible. And I've been defending I Am Batman for a while. Not defending it, maybe like saying it's meh, right?
Yeah.
And now we're seeing like this weird, so the seer is giving misinformation, like literally misinformation, like mainstream media narrative versus misinformation. Oh my God, it's insane. It's like, I know that comics have always been relatively socially relevant. Like, when the Patriot Act came about, they did the whole Civil War, right? But there's a chance to not do this so on the nose, yet they are. Superman and the Authority was super confusing. Are you reading Batman by chance?
Me?
Yeah, no, the other person I'm talking. Okay. Yes, you dork. So you are? Wait, hello? Bianca!
Yes, I can't. How am I supposed to tell? I don't know.
Are you reading Batman?
Current Batman?
Yes.
No, I'm getting the trade paperbacks.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. So I don't know who else has been reading, but they're doing like the Fear State thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's like some of it's really relevant, right? Yeah. Some of it's talking about nobody trusts anybody. It's, the mainstream media is BS, whatever. But like, it's kind of putting, which I don't know necessarily that Tinian wanted to, but like Fauci as the role of Simon State and making him the villain in the whole story. And it's very, very much so like what we're seeing now. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. Marvel Civil War versus DC Injustice. What's your favorite? Bianca.
I have to choose. I'll say DC Injustice then.
Oh, 100%. I love Injustice though. Did you happen to get to see the movie?
I didn't want to see the movie because of the art style I wasn't interested in.
I know, and they're doing all their movies in that art style. It's all the same.
Yeah, I'm like, some of them have like a little bit of differences, and then I'm like, okay, so you're gonna this and this is the same animation, some differences, and then I'm like, okay. To me, I think Injustice is different from Superman, Man of Tomorrow, and I think that's what the name was, and the Justice Society World War II movie. I think the animation is a little bit different from those two. It's definitely a little bit more different, but it's even I would prefer the Justice League, the Justice League World War II movie and the Man of Tomorrow over the Injustice one that came out.
It was bad. Like, it was really bad. They should have taken Injustice, and if they were going to actually do it, so you got 2 video games, a prelude, and 5 years worth of comics, and they tried to shove it into one story. Like, it was ridiculously bad. It's not even. It's not even worth watching. Like, that's how bad it is. It's the same animation from the Javier says it's the same animation from the Mortal Kombat movies. I would say it's almost worse. Like,
wow.
Yeah, it was a really big disappointment. I was surprised that they actually kind of didn't make it its own. Like they could have done like Invincible style and make it a series, but nope.
There was a Masters of the Universe Injustice.
Yeah, there was a comic.
Wait, that's the exact name?
It Masters of the Universe verse Injustice, maybe? I'm not sure. It was by Tim Seeley. I know that. Let me look it up. I know they Injustice. I know they did just announce part 2 of that. Injustice versus Masters of the Universe, yeah.
That's only a comic, right?
Yeah, that's only a comic.
Disappointed.
Yeah, I think it was 6 parts. I don't remember. I know it wasn't bad though. It like the first issue got a little like weirdly Tim Seeley political, and then it was good. It wasn't bad though.
Tim Seeley political.
Yeah, like Tim Seeley, I would say is more hit than miss for me anymore, and I don't mind him, but even his King Shark right now isn't good, and then that like weird Superman versus Lobo was really bad. So lately he's been putting out crap, and I don't know. Are you gonna watch the He-Man versus He-Man or Masters of the Universe? I guess it's not He-Man Part 2. I know they announced it's coming in November.
Yes, it's my birth month.
Mine too.
OMG, November babies.
That's right.
Disappointed. I can't yell that. I'm sorry.
I see that people are already upset about it. I'm surprised they didn't. I wish they would have actually, when doing that series, made it just one whole big part.
I know.
I get why they're doing it, like more revenue and stuff, but like the way that went down was kind of ridiculous, and to have them not do it in 2 parts to do it in 2 parts, and I thought we weren't going to get it until next year. I thought for sure Savage He-Man will be introduced. I've
been hearing that.
Yeah, and then that'll sell more toys along with the Skeletor ones. It's just a big toy commercial anymore, but even so, like I'm gonna watch it. I thought the first part was pretty good.
Tevia asked any opinion on the other Netflix show, the one that's more like techie.
Hey, what?
The other.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Is it out yet?
Yeah, I think it's been out for a while.
Dang, I'm always late to these things. I'm gonna have to binge watch.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I heard it wasn't terrible.
I'm mostly going to watch because of the castings. I love the castings.
Oh, who was cast? I don't even remember.
Yuri Lowenthal is going to be He-Man. Do you know stuff that he's been in?
Nope, no idea who that is.
Okay, so he's mostly done a lot of anime. He's doing a lot more cartoons now. He played Ben 10 when he was older. He played Sasuke.
Oh, I love Ben 10. Shut up. I love Ben 10.
Oh shoot, he played so much characters. All of them are anime that comes to my mind though, but I don't think anybody knows besides Sasuke from Naruto.
Oh yeah, I know who that is though.
Okay, actually. Good. That's the only one I'm gonna know.
Yeah. I'm curious. I don't know. It looks so young. Did you see the commercial for the Aquaman one also? That's coming to HBO Max.
There's an Aquaman show?
No, it's an animated, like 3-part animated thing.
Oh, is it that one with the weird animation?
Yes.
It's not my favorite style.
No, it's clearly made for kids. I get that, but why does it gotta be so damn ugly? It looks awful.
If I had to say, like, yeah, I did hear that, like, that style, the reason a lot of people do that style is because if they want to do something crazy, wacky, more comedy-based, then they will do that style more than the serious style. I mean, when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, it's going to be more of that comedy-based than more serious based ones. I mean, that's my perception of it. It could happen. Yes, he also did play Spider-Man in the
So
PS4.
then
Yes.
Yep, I know who it is.
I think
Besides Sasuke.
he also played Spider-Man in the Avengers anime, probably. I think so.
Wait, there was an Avengers anime?
Yeah, there was an Avengers anime. Carol Danvers looks amazing.
I had no idea. No, I'm gonna have to look it up. It's Aquaman Roar.
It's also on Disney Plus if you have Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, okay. Well then that's easy. But yeah, it's a shame. I hate that art style. I was talking to Comics and Finance the other day, talking about like the price of these things, and it's really weird to me that 3-part series that they're doing probably costs more than Demon Slayer whole first season. And it's Clownfish crying again. No, but within minutes of me seeing the announcement of part 2, I did see them make a video. I'm like, oh my goodness, that was quick. I'm so slow with mine. Getting announcements and it's like 8 hours later. But what was I? Okay, I think there's 2 different ones. Oh, that's awesome. So I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, Demon Slayer is freaking. That's what I was saying. It's really weird to me that they can outsource and make something so much cheaper. As to that Cal Art stuff that is actually like super expensive. I find it fascinating how much cheaper that is, and it actually makes a lot more sense. So, okay. All right. Well, do you want to check out what's coming out this week?
Yes.
Let's see. I did my I always do a polls video. Let's see here. There we go. That works good. And I'm not reading any Marvel at all. I did think about looking this up, but what is like, okay, let me open this up real quick. I want to show you this picture on the front because holy moly, this cover. Really, you're going to make it that little? Okay, there we go. Look at that hairline. What were they thinking? It's so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I might pick it up for the story, but damn, that hairline is terrible. Dark Age. Okay, that's the second printing. I have Dark Ages #2. I haven't read it though yet. Are you reading anything from Marvel?
So I'm trying to get my Dark Ages in.
good.
And I'm trying to get the Captain America. I'm reading Black Cat.
Right. How's that been?
It's been pretty good so far.
I was reading it and I dropped it. I shouldn't have dropped it.
It's okay. All is forgiven. I'm reading Shang-Chi right now. It's a Shang-Chi one. It's fine. It's okay.
Well, though it's on issue 5. I'm reading Moon Knight. That's really good too. It's I believe Jed McKay. It's surprisingly good. Oh, why is there so many Star Wars books? There's so many.
Money.
Right, exactly. You know what's weird to me? Somebody answered me in the chat if you know. Like, I always go through the polls for every week, right?
Yeah.
And I look and I see what's going on. It feels like Spider-Man 74 came out 2 weeks ago. Spider-Man 75 came out last week, and now is it coming out weekly?
Like, when I was on the Midtown Comics app, I did see that some comics looked like they were coming out weekly instead of bi-weekly.
I wondered about that because that is like I see it every week, and I had no idea why. Why is Spider-Man so? I guess it is their Batman. They're like flagship title, but still. Oh, it's the end of the Immortal Hulk, right? They finally got rid of that pesky Joe Bennett. How dare he have opinions? God, it's so silly. Trial of Magneto is another one okay, that's the second printing, but even I dropped that one too. I actually only got that because I was on Comics Aficionados. I had people. We'll talk about it here in a little bit about John Kemp, but I had people in my comment section, like, don't you dare go on Comics Aficionados and talk about this. I'm like, what? Okay, all right, weird. Anyways, so Batman 89, I dropped that. It was bad. The last issue was so bad I dropped it.
You made that review, right?
Of 89?
Yeah. No, you talked about it, I think.
Yeah, I talked about it before. It was it's like Batman 89 in 2021. It's literally what it is.
What was that new Batman comic coming out? Batman World, something about worlds.
Yeah. That came out a couple weeks ago. I haven't read it yet. I haven't.
So like when I was reading Robin, I went to the last page and it was advertising it. I didn't understand what, that comic was going to be about, but then they're showing, there's going to be like different countries doing their own Batman story, that kind of thing. And I went, oh, is that what it is? I thought it was going to be something boring. I could have gotten it then.
Yeah, I read the first one. It's got art by Brian Azzarello. Wait, hold on. I always mix them up because they always work together. It's Lee Bermejo, right? That does the art. Okay, yeah. So, Amazing Spider-Man is going to be weekly for the next 2 months. That explains it. I had no idea. Thank you, Samuel. But yeah, it's everyone, kind of pitching in their own stories from different countries, and it's an interesting concept. I just read so much, and I'm trying to read like extra for Halloween. Like, I forget what it's called. Right now I'm reading Arkham Asylum Going to Hell, I think it's called. It's by Dan Slott. It's super actually Robert recommended it in the comment of my last Halloween video. And it's got the origin of Jane Doe. It's got the origin of Humpty Dumpty. It's got kind of the first appearance of Cash. So it's really, really good, but I'm living hell. That's what it is. It's really good. I'm going to review it for Halloween, but I got too much. I'm just dropping shit I don't like. There's no Fortnite one shot. There's no Batman Catwoman. At least I don't think so. I reviewed this last year. It's so good. I should review it again. Audio Adventures I did get. I haven't read it yet. This is what I was talking about, The Imposter. And it's Lee Bermejo. Of course it's Lee Bermejo. That's beautiful. But that's the one I was like kind of torn on. There's this weird like meta narrative that I should mention when it talks to that book about we even have that whole conversation that comes up like I would say every 6 months or so, where it's like, if Batman truly wanted to help people, he would give all of his money away. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Yeah, and that's exactly, Leslie Tompkins goes, if you wanted to help Gotham, why didn't you just start a foundation or donate your money? I think what they're going for is dismantling that argument, but I don't know. I'm curious to see how they handle it.
I remember seeing the Batman, the animated series, and he was with Ra's al Ghul, and Ra's al Ghul was like driving him around saying like, look at this, this place is like a desert and all that stuff. And then that's when Batman got angry and he was like, Bruce Wayne donates thousands, millions, whatever to the rainforest area so they can preserve it. And he's like, yeah, but it's not doing enough. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I did see somebody ask, I'll ask you because I have no idea. Have you seen the new animated Star Wars at all? I think it's called Visions.
Not yet. I heard it's finally finished, so I'm going to binge watch it. There was another person on the comment section who asked, what's a good Wonder Woman comic to read as your very first time?
Ooh, that's a good question. George Perez, or if you want, I guess it just depends. Some people don't like the older art style, at least. Another one would be that I absolutely love, and I know some people don't like it, but Hikatea is so good.
Everybody
I love
hates it.
I've heard a lot of people not like the way like she treats Batman towards the end. You know what I mean? But I love
It's
Hecate.
understandable though.
Yeah, it
They're in
really is.
two conflicting opposing forces, you know? Like I'm like, what? I'm like, I understood Wonder Woman. I almost teared up. I was like, this is just so sad.
Yeah, I loved that storyline. I think that I don't know necessarily that would be a great. I think it'd be a great starting point. I really don't. I knew it. I really don't like Hecate.
Fight me right
Fight me.
now. We'll meet in between our yards. We'll schedule
Hecate
it.
is so good. Actually, anything by Greg Rucka when it comes to Wonder Woman, at least in my opinion, was really good. I would say avoid like it's a Banshee from Hell. The what was it, Lieber Mayhew and Brian Azzarello Batman one or Wonder Woman stuff. Do you remember that?
I heard of the Banshee one. I heard the New 52 Volume 1 of Wonder Woman, at least when Brian Azzarello was on it, that it was actually pretty good until
They started raping people.
yeah, you know?
It was like, God, what?
I mean, I believe the Amazons do have a history of doing that, and like that's probably what they wanted to do. But you know, comics weren't for kids anymore. It was more like for late teens or whatever.
Yeah, still don't like it. That's
What
a
about
good question.
do you remember the controversial cover of the New 52 Wonder Woman when she had like two pistols? I think they were like gold pistols, and on the cover she's just like shooting.
No, I don't remember that.
It's so funny because that was probably my first or second time going at a comic book store, and I
Mm-hmm.
saw that, and I didn't know anything about Wonder Woman. I saw her from the Justice League series, and so I'm like, yo,
Right.
she's pretty cool, and I'm like, yo, she has guns. That's pretty awesome. And then I started learning about Wonder Woman, and I'm like, oh, so guns are not her thing, and it ended up being a controversial cover, so they ended up changing it to one without pistols.
Oh, I don't remember that. That I don't know. That I'm gonna have to look it up later. I don't remember that. There's so many good Wonder Woman stories though. Like even if you go back to like Gods and Mortals, right? Or Year One is another one by Greg Rucka that's really good. I love Eyes of the Gorgon. Oh my god, there's so many. I love Wonder Woman. I feel like she's really like Wonder Woman doesn't sell, so they don't utilize her as much. Um, but she's such a good character. Like she truly is like when they go I guess my favorite Wonder Woman would be when they like explore all of the different gods because I think that's so fascinating.
That's the best.
Yeah. Okay, so just avoid Brian Azzarello. Got it. Yeah, that's a pretty good way to go about it. Oh, whoops. I always click the wrong one and then it makes no sense. That Wonder Woman. Do you remember there was another controversy. I don't know if it was around the same time, but it was with the Frank Cho art because it showed her booty just a teeny bit. And Greg Rucka got so mad.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Like,
does it exist? I want to see it.
It does, but it also made Frank Cho like completely leave DC. Like he said he was being censored. Like I'm gonna fault Greg Rucka on this one. Like, don't be. I get you want Wonder Woman to be respected and all that. I get it. But in the same time, it was barely showing any booty, like barely whatsoever. So it was really, really silly. Are there any Wonder Woman stories set in ancient times instead of modern times? Ooh, that I don't know.
I don't know either. I just know they like doing the whole future stuff, like Dead Earth.
This is not good advice, Black Phoenix. This is not good advice at all.
As long as you know it's like it's a joke, it's a parody in a way, like homage to the really, 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 really old one.
Yeah, like the idea of what was it, William I can't say his name. The creator of Wonder Woman, William Moulton Marston or whatever. Basically loved, like said women were, there should be a matriarchy, and that's kind of what it was.
Did you
Except
hear
for
what
how
he
it.
did?
What?
Did you hear what he did for one of his experiments?
No, now I want to know.
So I think it was during that time when he and his wife were in a poly relationship with one of their students. They decided to do an experiment where they have these women. I think it was in a basement.
Mhm.
What they did was they tied up their hands
What?
and to see like behavior stuff, that kind of thing. And they're like, oh, apparently every time they got into an argument, they would try to like fight each other, but because their hands were tied, they would end up wrestling each other. And then that's where he came to the conclusion, okay, so if women have like some sort of beef with each other, just touch each other, like have a little wrestle or whatever. And I'm like, nobody's touching me. I'm not touching nobody. I don't like being touched. I don't even shake people's hands. That's how bad it was. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no, you're such a weirdo.
Oh my gosh. Hey nerdettes, I seen that Ingleton wanted you to come on last night. Yeah, I couldn't go on last night. It was too late. But basically Ingleton got mad at me last night for saying that a comic book wasn't made for him. I don't know why people get offended over that.
I don't know why either, because I've said like some, I've seen some stories like back in the day, and I'm like, oh, this just isn't for me. Like I'm just not into it. But then all the newer stories coming out, I actually really like them. And I'm like, I will say I'm Gen Z. I was born in the 90s. I guess I'm the quote unquote
Oh, I'm
newer
old.
audience.
Yeah.
I'm only 25 though. I'm not that much older than you.
Older than me. I'm older than you.
No, wait, yeah, that's what I meant.
Super rants. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Well, we'll go back to the new comics. Sorry, guys, but we'll talk about that right now. That is not what I meant to do. Okay, here we go. We'll bring that up now because that's people care more about that than new comics. Sometimes. Basically, what I said last night was they're talking about Son of Kal-El, right? That is clearly made for a younger audience. They're trying to bring in a demographic that is younger while still keeping their older audience when it comes to the Superman Warworld saga with Philip Kennedy Johnson. With that being said, I said that wasn't made for you. They know their target audience is going to be something younger. Now, he called bullshit. What do you think?
I don't think it's bull at all. I mean, I personally don't have a problem with it. I know Sasha Comics, Casually Comics.
Mm-hmm.
She posts a lot of stuff in the community before making a video about it. A lot of people in her comments were fine with it, and a lot of them were newer audiences. Some of
Right.
them didn't even read comics before, and they're like, "Oh, I want to read this issue. I want to see this develop." Plus, the only one out is Son of Kal-El #3, and that one where he comes out as bi is #5. Like, we still have 2 issues left. We don't know what they're gonna do in like the 4th issue or anything. So I'm hoping that it's not cringy or anything. And that's what
Well,
mostly what everybody was saying. I just hope they do it well. I just hope it's not cringy, that kind of thing, which I guess it's normal.
what do you mean it's normal?
It's natural sounding or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Like it's organic.
Yes, thank you.
And I don't see why that's an issue. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier when it came to the 5G stuff. They're trying to bring in a younger audience by introducing a different person to take each one of these mantles, right? Like with Jackson Hyde and with Luke or Jace Fox. They're trying to give it a more, from a business or capitalism standpoint, it makes sense. They want to bring in that dollar. They want to have lifers again because this demo is kind of aging up. Saying it's not made for you is not an offensive thing. Clearly, we were just talking about that Aquaman show earlier, that Cal Art style. That's not made for me. I'm not offended by that. I'm not Starfire. was not made for me. I am not offended by that at all. Now, I know there are some older Jonathan Kent fans, and I get that. But with that being said, he's pretty much a blank slate. Like, what are your feelings on him coming out or as bisexual?
Eh.
Well, that's interesting.
That's it. It's like I'm not really pressed about it or anything. And like Liana has said, you know, they've done this multiple times. Like what's his name? Oh my gosh, the blue guy from freaking X-Men, Beast.
Yeah.
Like he's been made gay. Nightcrawler has been made gay. That kind of thing. So like obviously they're doing this to stir some publicity, and I heard some people say that, well, if it doesn't go well, then they'll just make him have a straight relationship. And I'm like, that's true. If it doesn't go well, they'll just make him have a straight relationship. But then I also remember it's Tom Taylor. I'm reading his Seven Swords, so something like that has what's it called, like politics or whatever, has been in his, even in his own indies, but it's not bad or anything. It's not that bad. Like it's pretty much it's fine.
Well, and he even used, like, going back like to the days of Injustice is probably one of his most successful things. He even targeted, like, you know, the drones in Iraq that they were doing at the time, and in peace in the Middle East. He does it in a nuanced way in that setting. Now, I don't know necessarily that he will when it comes to, you know, because we haven't had enough evidence. We've got 3 issues. But what I find hilarious is people, like, they can believe that a man can fly. They can believe a man can come from Krypton. But they are making that definitive no at he's bisexual. I'm like, what? You can believe that he has a green rock that is his weakness. But boys are where you draw the line. Like, it's just so weird to me. You know what they could do? And this might offend some people, so if you're easily offended, I apologize. Is they could do now an Injustice storyline similar to Injustice, where Clark Kent gets pissed that his son is gay and blames Lois and goes crazy that way. Like,
blames
that would
Lois.
be blames Lois, like, you did this. My kryptonite genes are pure. And then it could be this whole fucking storyline about acceptance.
But how do we know there weren't gay people in Krypton?
We don't. This is a story. I'm making it up as I go.
You did great.
But I'm just saying they could do a whole different thing with acceptance in multiversal aspect of it, and be like, yeah, well, now I'm mad, and now I'm gonna go crazy for a different reason other than losing, and then eventually come to terms with it. That could be a way of showing acceptance as a older generation to a newer generation. They can do a lot with it. Mm-hmm. Goddamn, what is it? Did you get my son near the pink kryptonite? They could. It could be I know it sounds like crass, but it would be a story eventually, you know, towards the end, about identity and about acceptance and about being able to love someone no matter what. I don't know. I think it would be pretty funny. Not funny. That sounds terrible. That funny, sounds like funny. Just, it would be something interesting. We're going to go with the word interesting, but I don't see an issue with it. He's not a pre-established character. He's only 6 years old. And 4 of those years, he was a child, a literal child. And then, as much as I love thinking critical, he dumbs sometimes. And he could say the same about me. I'd be okay with that. He was like, how do I know he's not gay? Because he's 17 and kissed a girl before. I'm like, bro, you just said why you don't know. What? He's 17. Not everybody knows what they are at 17. They could kiss boys or girls. I know I sure as hell was. So don't tell me that you definitively know everything about, like, I was dumb at 17. Most kids are. 7 Secrets is good for an indie. Comics and Finance, welcome.
Melvin.
Well,
Oh.
the verse. See, it could work. Talking about Invincible, it could totally work. I'm just saying, it would be a good story. It would be interesting. We're not gonna go with funny because that would be a dick move, but you know what I mean. So, I don't know. I don't have an issue with it. I don't see it as a big problem.
Oh, Loki. They did make a gay Wolverine, and he had a relationship with Juggernaut, but that was like in a different universe, I guess.
And Dakin's gay too, his son, right? Or bi?
Drake. Was his name Drake?
Dakin?
Dakin?
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I think he was bi.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's still around. I'm pretty sure. He's bi, not gay. I know. A lot of people keep saying they're one and the same. We'll never see him again with female. That's not necessarily true. Look at Constantine. Constantine's kind of a little whore, right? Like
King Shark.
Yeah, right? King Shark and
nightmares.
Lucifer and Zatanna, like he sleeps around. I think right now he's with, I don't remember. I'm behind on my Justice League and Justice League Dark. Wolverine relation with Hercules. In that movie. Wait, didn't they make for the main universe though? Wasn't Hercules straight? I'm pretty sure he was.
Maybe I don't read the character. Oh, have you heard of the? I want to know if somebody actually heard of these. It's called. I think it's called the West Lake Avengers. It's something
West Coast.
West Coast Adventures. Thank you. Something Squirrel Girl team put together. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I've never read West Coast Avengers, but I've heard of them.
It might be West Coast. So I actually bought the entire the Squirrel Girl every single appearance comic.
Mm-hmm.
So she makes her own Avengers, and on there you have like this really obese woman on there with like super strength. You have a guy who's like Richard Reed's like Mr. Fantastic. He's stretchy, except he's gay. Also, he's gay. There is a guy in like bondage wear, except he's straight. And then I'm like, yo, why is this so diverse? This is so weird. This can be like not a PG-13 movie, but maybe like something like R-rated, but like as a comedy kind of thing. And I haven't gone to that part yet, but I'm super hyped to go into it.
Is that have like the young Avengers in it?
No, definitely no
Okay.
young. All of them are adults. It'd be super weird if it was.
I wasn't sure. I know there's like 3 different factions plus the Thunderbolts and da da da. I'm just not huge into Marvel. Someone asked, Michael asked, "What's up with Snowflake and State?" They tried to bury that as quick as they could.
Non-existent.
Yeah, like I don't know that it's even come out on Amazon yet. Like I think if it was, we would have seen reviews and the world implode on the anti-SJW side. But yeah, they were like, no. We made a mistake. Please forgive us. And they hope people forget. Nobody forgot.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Dakin is
I was
also
wrong.
bi.
I was wrong. It wasn't thank you, Black Phoenix. It was Great Lakes Adventures.
Okay, I knew it had the word lakes and adventures, so I was partly correct. I give myself an A.
If we want diversity, please, for the love of God, bring back the Global Guardians.
Is that Marvel or DC?
I'm assuming it's Marvel because I don't know what you're talking about. The new Warriors isn't coming out either. Yeah, they were like, we are completely going to bury this as fast as we can. I wonder if that trailer's still up even. They knew they fucked up. Like, who thinks that it's a smart concept to call someone Snowflake in safe space? Like, I get you were trying to be ironic. Global Guardians is these. Oh my God. I'm embarrassed.
That sounds like a Green Lantern thing. Not gonna
That's what
lie.
I was wondering too. I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to look it up later. But yeah, that was really, really dumb. They did bring out Children of the Atom, and I think that was Vita Ayla, and they did like a trans allegory, I believe. I didn't read it myself. Did you check that one out?
No, I'm not that interested in Marvel.
I'm not
I'm
interested. I
very
know.
interested in specific characters.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Their characters are just boring. Like,
The only characters I care about are She-Hulk and Squirrel Girl. That's mostly it. Whatever else I'm interested in, I'll always like check them out just to check them out. Oh, I'm also interested in Reptile. I have to get that. I have to get the volume. I think it's out now.
I haven't read it. I know that it's kind of like I've heard a lot of bad. I'm not gonna lie, but that doesn't mean it necessarily is.
Really, for Reptile?
Yeah. I
That's
haven't
funny
really.
because your boy Zach actually recommended it, I believe.
Oh wow. I disagree with him on everything just about anymore. I don't know why. He hates everything.
I didn't. Of course, an opinion. I don't hate your boy Zach. Thank you.
Oh no, I don't either. I actually
there was this American Chavez review, and he said that the dialogue wasn't really realistic. I think like there was one part where it's like, "Can we be less talky, more Avengery?" And I'm like, honestly, that's how we speak now.
Yeah.
So it's more realistic to us. Like that's how we talk when I talk to like my friends and everything. So like to me, that dialogue is fine, completely fine.
On Made in America, I didn't really see anything wrong with the dialogue either.
And to me, the dialogue was normal. So I was like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
had a problem with the dialogue? Oh, that's fine. It's okay." But he didn't. I think it was just like a couple of the dialogues, not the entire thing. But I
Right.
think he said it was a recommend anyway, because he's like, "Yeah, it's okay."
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I actually only read it because you recommended it, and I was like, I'm enjoying this. It is much better than the previous version by Gabby Rivera. It was a night and day. The Global Guardians, thank you, Incubus, are allies of Justice League Europe. They also hung out with the Hero Group. My favorite member of the Global Guardians is Godiva. Now I gotta check it out. I have to. Did I see your super chat? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Let me look. Sorry, Robert. I'm looking. I swear. I promise.
I didn't. I'm looking at the chat on my phone, and I didn't see anything.
Oh yeah. I'm okay. Sorry, Robert. It says instead of using their wallet push change, buying Super Sun's book, people think yelling will cause a change. It backfired. Now Super Sons is seen as not viable. Well, thank you, Robert. But I don't know why it didn't show up. I am sorry. I think I bought Super Sons when it came out, but we already knew that was a prelude, right? Yelling and screaming is not going to do anything. At this point, the Super Sons, unfortunately, is kind of over, right? Like, but why? I haven't listened. I seen Perch did a video earlier. I don't see why there couldn't be a version that existed in the multiverse, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really good. Super Sons is one of those stories that everybody loved.
I loved it so much.
It was so sweet. It was the dynamic between Damian and like Super Sons is what made me like Damian.
Yes, me too. I didn't like Damian at all.
So why couldn't we have a multiversal version done by, somebody like I was going to say Tomasi. There's no reason why we couldn't and still keep this aged up version. I think a lot of this and I know a lot of people blame, I seen Samuel Sierra even earlier blaming Bendis. I don't necessarily know that it was Bendis. And if it was Dan Didio or editorial oversight saying this is what's going to happen because we want Jonathan as Superman, you have to do this.
Oh, I've also forgot to say, I love Nightcrawler, but every time I ask a fan of, does he have like a solo comic? They're like, and I'm like, what does that mean?
I like Nightcrawler too. It didn't sell. I would have to look at sales figures. I have no idea, but it's a shame that was a really good story. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. They should do animated versions of a Super Sons and a
Yes.
Batgirls.
Yes.
They would get such a massive audience with those two titles. It would be like Saturday morning cartoons for nowadays kids, right? But I would still watch them. Yeah.
Though I am
Purchased a video on it. They
surprised.
didn't sell. Okay. I'll have to check it out. I believe
I
you.
have to check it out. But I'm surprised they made an omnibus about it because it was only like 12 issues.
Oh,
thanks,
this is
Samuel.
they released two omnibus. God loves, man kills. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, and then they did the digital one recently. That one was really good too. Like that was like one of the best every single week it came out. I'm surprised it didn't sell. It must just be the only thing I can think of is that the people that like Super Sons, like Teva, and like I know Tahilium likes them a lot, are more vocal. And it's not appealed to a wide audience. But like I said, it would work so good as Saturday morning cartoons. And then put a Static show or something.
Static?
People would love it. Static, yeah.
It. I love Static so much.
Have you been reading Static by Vita Ayla?
No. I'm trying to get my stuff together with like the Milestone characters. Apparently they have the entire Milestone comic, like everything, for just $40 on Midtown. So I feel like I want to get that one before I get like the newer stuff.
Yeah, that's really smart. And I do know that I know people like physical, but DC Universe I think has a lot of it on there too, but it's good. Okay. It's really good. It's not original good, but I do think a lot of the art is fantastic. Not spectacularly. I'm surprised that it didn't sell. I'll have to look into it. That Static Shock should be. Where did it go? There we go. Should be Miles Morales 2.0 right now if you had better writers. And I think that's the problem. Maybe not necessarily the problem. It could get there. Vita is a good writer, but she's not a great writer. She's middle of the road, like I guess, journeyman writer, right? So she's not something that anybody is going to go, oh my God, I just read this comic. You need to check this out. No, it's just going to be like, okay, well, I'll keep it on my pull, but it's not my favorite. It's never my favorite. All of Milestone for $40. That's insane. That's definitely a great deal. Now I'm gonna have to look into it. Oh my goodness, got me spending money. Yeah, that's it. We were just talking about Vita Ayla. She's a kind of middle of the road. Nothing great, nothing terrible.
Oh, that reminds me. I have to ask you. I remember that you recommended me. It was a Wonder Woman comic by Vita Ayla. Was it the big comic that came out of Wonder Woman, or was that like an individual, like a volume kind of thing?
I don't remember.
Dang
Vita writing. Let me look.
I feel like it was like Wonder Woman War or something about war, something like that.
I'm looking up Wonder Woman Vita Ayla right now. Why does this computer not listen to me? I don't remember what she wrote.
Dang it.
I know she's writing. Isn't she writing Nubia? It may have been in that 750. Oh, that's exactly what it was. It was in 750. It was in that kind of anthology anniversary one.
Okay, making sure, because when I looked it up, that's what they gave me too. And I'm like, but wait, was it that or was it something else separate? Thank you, Samuel. I love when people give me recommendations.
I know, I do too. I usually go with them too, because I'm like, if I just pick, I'm just gonna pick something stupid. I'm gonna hate myself for it. So if I hate it, I can blame Samuel Sierra. There we go. But yeah, Vita actually, when she does those anthology stories, she did a Poison Ivy one too. When she does those short, like 8-page stories, they're always really good. But when you space it out over 24 or 30 pages, it's just like, okay. I'm gonna read it, but I can't guarantee I will like it. Okay, let's finish looking at what's coming out this week. We already talked about the imposter. The Long Halloween got pushed back only a week, so that's good. I'm really looking forward to seeing some Tim Sale art again.
My cousin wasn't hyped about that.
Wasn't or was?
Was not. Because he read the Long Halloween and he was like, wait, are they continuing it? And I'm like, maybe. And he's like, no. Why?
It was like such a good origin for Harvey Dent. Like, I hope they don't take away as long as they add to the story, I'm okay with it. But if they like retcon it or I don't know. I know Batman Urban Legends #8. I haven't read it. I'm so behind already. Is a Fear State tie-in.
Oh, tie-ins. I hate tie-ins. I really, really hate tie-ins. It all started with the freaking Batman Who Laughs tie-ins. I got so much of that, and I missed a lot too. I could have just kept the volumes. So cool, though. It was a super fun read. Like, I was like so hyped. That was my first time getting a pull list and everything. Wasted so much money.
I love it. Black Manta 2. Big, hard pass. I forget. Let me see. I don't remember who was writing it. I want to look, though, so I can know to avoid. Chuck Brown. Okay. So I can know to maybe avoid it. That's so right. Boring.
I saw that cover, and I'm like, yo, that makes me want to buy it. And then I'm like, oh, it's a good thing I didn't buy it.
I'm not a fan. I see a lot of people saying they're not a fan of Fear State. I like it. I think it's a lot better than Joker War. I will say that.
Wait, who's Leslie Thompson? Tompkins.
Leslie Tompkins is she's been around for forever. Basically whining about Bruce Wayne. Yeah, okay, so I'm assuming Hominus is talking about chasing. Okay, maybe you're talking about the imposter. Leslie Tompkins is she's always usually kind of a doctor of sorts, but she's a psychologist who is a lot of times in charge of like the orphanage. She had a lot to do with his origins.
Oh, she's the one from the Batman animated series, the old woman who runs the orphanage.
Yes. I'm tired of the magistrate. Okay, I get that. But at the same time, I don't, because like putting it into perspective of the magistrate was introduced, yes, in Fear State. So that was January, right? Think about storylines like Nightfall and No Man's Land. Those were years, right? I guess it's almost been a year, but Future State is a possible universe. I don't know. It's got to be a possible universe. That stuff was supposed to happen in like 2025, and it happened in months. So I don't know. Hardware actually shocked me last issue. I am not even kidding. Like, I want to see who the writer is.
Oh shoot, I forgot to add that to my pull list. No.
Well, Brandon Thomas. Okay, wait, Thomas I believe. There's one that I don't like that's named Brandon. There's one that I do like. Brandon Thomas is the one I like. I was shocked because there was this awesome moment that basically Icon, and she's mad and she's like, those dumb hicks, and kind of makes a derogatory sentence about white people. And Icon's like, no, we don't do that. That's no different than being racist towards black people. We don't act like that towards white people either. And I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that in current day comics. And I'm going to support something like that. I thought it was really awesome that he actually did.
And it's out of stock. All of it's out of stock instead of number 5, which is on pre-order.
Thomas, I like. Easton. Brandon Easton is terrible. Terrible. Like, just completely like that whole story with Never Free, the Mr. Miracle. Oh God, it's so bad. It is so bad. Two incredibly bad Red Hood issue. Brendan Easton is a complete avoid for me. Yeah, just 100%. So we got Future State. I love this cover. That is so pretty. She looks so good. I don't know. I'm keeping on it,
Is
but
that the one that
it's
was in black and white? Sorry.
yes.
Is it still black and white?
Yes, it's gonna be in black and white the whole time. I think that they're like, oh, we're trying to be cool. It's like manga, and really they're like, we don't want to pay a colorist.
It's not even. It's not even like. It's just sketches. It's just sketches. Like, you know, the behind the scenes here. Look how we sketch. That's all it is. It's just sketches. It's not even anything. I was like, oh, it's just not colored. I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. And I looked at it and I'm like, no, this isn't even drawn. This is just sketches.
It's in the storyline is okay. I'm not actually. It's okay enough for me to stay on with they're doing like this warmonger thing, but it's not like good enough for me to even like. I'm gonna give it another issue or two tops, and then it's getting to the point where I'm like, I may drop a Bat book, and that's surprising for me. This is beautiful too. Francesco Mattino. Duh, it's beautiful. Everything by Francesco Mattino is stunning. That's so good. My God.
What was his last name?
Francesco Mattino.
Mattino. That sounds Italian.
Mattina. I'm sorry, Mattina.
Still sounds Italian.
Yeah, and I just love saying that name. Like that's a pretty cool name. That's by John Ridley though. I'm gonna stay on it. That's what I'll stay on too. I'm hoping that my biggest problem with I Am Batman and Batman Second Son was it wasn't weaved in. It wasn't like when we had As Bat, using that as an example, like he was constantly interacting with Batman in the Bat family. We knew him to be on the side, you know, even if he was kind of at times douchey, we still knew him to interact with the Bat family. I Am Batman is like running alongside Batman instead of interacting with them. And that's my biggest issue. How are you going to have him take over the mantle when he doesn't even interact with the family?
I know, right?
You're just like, I know, right?
I know, right?
I'm tired of Tim Fox. He's so boring. And another thing is like, I think it was issue number 1 in the beginning. He's like, this is me. This is my, what would you call it? My disguise when he's himself. He's his true self when he's Batman. Like trying to make him a cookie cutter of Bruce Wayne. Opinions on Stargirl season 2. Oh God, I haven't no spoilers for the new episode in the chat. By the way, I haven't seen it, but oh my God, there's nothing so good. I freaking love it. It's the best show out right now. What's that?
I'm on it like episode 3, and I was telling my sister, I'm like, yo, this is pretty dark. It's getting darker, and she's like, yeah. I don't know if I want to still watch it.
Oh no.
And I'm like, listen, if you don't, I'll just watch it all by myself. It's no problem.
Well, it's got Eclipso, so it's got to go a little dark. You know what I mean?
It's because I never seen that character before, and I'm like, oh, he's so weird. It looks like it's possessing demon stuff.
Oh, you've never seen Eclipso? You need to read 52. Wait, no, it's not 52. What is it? It's a. Oh my God! Now I gotta Google it. Is it Infinite or not Crisis on Infinite Earth? Oh my God! Hold on. Now I gotta use. It's the other version of Eclipso.
Eclipsa.
The Rise of Eclipso. No, I'm talking about an actual. Somebody will know in the chat. Let me look at the chat. No, nobody knows yet. Come on, guys. Well, Forever Evil, yeah. Infinite Crisis, jeez, oh Pete's, is amazing. I know a lot of people don't. I don't know if it's people don't like it or what, but I loved it, and that's where I was kind of introduced to the female Eclipso, so I loved it. Gene Lanning. Oh yeah, Adam's ex-wife. Okay, so yeah. Absolutely. Gene Lanning, Loring, Eclipso. Fantastic version. I loved it. Wait, was that a question? Yes, of course it was. I was confused for a minute. So, Son of Kal-El is not coming out. Pennyworth, I haven't been reading. I never watched the show.
Me neither.
Have you ever seen it before?
Nope. No.
Nope. Oh, Joker. Joker, and I kind of flipped through it. I know we're getting like a version or an origin of Vengeance, right? But I feel like it's almost she never changed the name. It's still Eclipso. I know it's just Eclipso with tits. I know that. But we're getting like an origin, and I feel like it was a kind of a lost opportunity because basically, earmuffs for Joker number 8. It was like she was made in a lab. Like
test tubes.
What?
Made in a test tube?
Yeah, she's like a test tube baby. And I would rather know the story of like who Bane fucked. like who actually was able to get Bane. And when I was talking to Chuck Dix and he was talking about Bane's kryptonite women, tell that story. Tell that story. I want to know that story. It's much more interesting than this Joker stuff. Titans United. Ooh, wait. I don't want to look at this cover. That other cover is stunning. Titans United is what Titans, the TV show, should have been. Why did this go to Image? Oh, there we go. Titans, the TV show. I can't even. It's so bad. This is beautiful though. Raven looks so pretty. I haven't read 2 yet, but 1 was better than the Titans whole season 3. That's how bad it is.
So you're never ever gonna watch it?
Titans? Oh, I'm watching it because I hate it.
Oh, you hate watching it. It's one of those.
Yes, because I'm like, you're wrong. Raven would never do that. You're wrong. Batman would never just yell at the TV. Pretty much. Let me see what Robert said here. You want to know something majorly iconic I found out? Today was the day when My Little Pony, you freaking dork, aired 2 years ago. And today is the final comic issue released. Well, that is craziness. Stop doing this. I love how my computer is slow and I just put up random stuff. I'm not the only one that thinks it's bad. And the thing is I really like Brian Edward Hill. I love him. He's such a nice man. He does such a good job in comics. And I don't feel like it's his fault at all. You can only work with what you're told to do, right? When I did the interview with him, he was saying basically everything comes from up above. The storylines are already kind of plotted out when the writers come in. So I don't feel like it's his fault at all. Like, he's just trying to make the best out of the worst situation. You know what I mean? So, Bianca, are you there? Maybe. Are you there? Okay, well, I'll wait for her to come back. I like Titans United more than Titans Academy. I dropped Titans Academy. It was really bad. Like, I couldn't get into it. Samuel, what did you say?
Hello?
Let me get it.
Oh.
Are you there?
Yes. Okay, I was adjusting my mic and then I realized that I accidentally put myself on mute.
I wondered.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. Titan season 3 is your Star Wars The Last Jedi. I've never seen that. Never seen those. Yes, it's so bad. I totally get what your point you're making there. It is you can't blame necessarily somebody like that, but you can blame somebody like Akiva Goldensmith who's actually mapping it out and making Bruce try to commit suicide, and oh jeez, it's so bad. But Titans Academy is fantastic. Or Titans United. Titans Academy is horrible.
I heard Hominus
Cover
can't hear
too.
me. Can anybody else hear me? Yes, no, yay, nay.
Now
Yes? Okay.
yep. You went quiet there for a minute. So this is the comeback after the events of Death Metal. Diana finally has come back in her new exciting future. I actually think that Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad are doing really good with this storyline. I've actually really enjoyed it. I'm curious to see what you hate that outfit?
I never liked it when I first saw Gal Gadot wear it. I'm like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it so much. And I never seen what's her name? Xena? Xena the Warrior Princess or something like that. So I'm not going off of her. I just don't like the skirt. Everything else I'm fine with. I just don't like the skirt. What kind of material is that? Sorry, I'm just continue.
I like her classic costume, but I don't hate this one. But you know, I was gonna get young Diana, and I'm pretty sure I've already read them all. Are they? I want to see here. I think they're the I just dropped my pop all over the floor. I love it. Jordy Belair. Somebody let me know in the chat. Are these the actual backups? Oh, my charger. Okay.
Wait, they made more than one young Diana, didn't they?
That's what I'm trying to.
Because this looks like a completely different art style than the one I used to see.
Well,
unless this is a reprint or something like that.
And that's what I'm wondering. Are these the backups? Because I don't want to. Young Diana looks so cute. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out if these. So in the Wonder Woman, they've had the backup stories, right? And it was young Diana. If these are all the same thing, what? It's just a collection. Then say that.
Oh, Loki. I actually like comparing her outfits to the rest of the Amazons. I don't know why. I feel like I like their look just a little bit better than hers, or maybe I just don't like that it's blue and I prefer something more like brownish, like the Amazons were wearing or something like that. Can't believe they did that to Artemis. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Wait, what did they do to Artemis?
You don't remember Artemis in the first movie?
No.
She was that big buff black woman.
Shut up.
Yeah. She was never mentioned by name. She was never mentioned by name at all. I looked at a long time ago when the movie came out, and I still have my Tumblr, but I just don't use it. When it came out, I was looking at Tumblr. They're like, yo, look at Artemis. She looks so buff. I'm like, that's Artemis? I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? Huh? She doesn't get a line. She's never mentioned by name. Nobody says her name. And I'm like, I don't mind her being played by a big buff woman, but I understand now with the talk Robert and Liana Kay had about hiring redheads and stuff. So I understand that they did that, but I'm also like super devastated that they didn't at least mention her by name, and she was only in the first movie. That was
She's old.
Yes.
What the heck? I never noticed. Oh my gosh.
One thing I loved Artemis was just her big flowy ponytail. It's like huge, you know? But of course I know that's only in a comic. You can't do that in real life.
What I never noticed that. Okay, so they are the backups. Why would they not just use Philibus? I mean, I know they did a little bit, but
that's what I was wondering. I'm like, why couldn't they just made her into her?
No. No, my day is ruined. Oh my god. What? I mean, I guess at least they didn't use her by name, but what were they thinking? She's so old.
And I'm like, she's supposed to be Wonder Woman's rival. There is no rivalry. She just acts like a mother, aunt, or whatever, like all the other Amazons do. And I'm like, why? It's like
Oh,
Diana. She says Diana. She doesn't say Diana. Diana.
so are we actually supposed to believe that this is the same one? Or are you? I had no idea. What were they thinking? Now I'm
And
mad.
I'm not surprised nobody knew. When I first saw it, I'm like, yo, look at this big buff black girl. What did she do? I'm like, oh, this is her career. That's super awesome. We got some buff representation. It's Artemis. I'm like, huh? Excuse me?
Right? Like how? Oh, okay. I'm kind of speechless. I had no idea. Like, is that what? Okay.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I was just saying it randomly. Sorry, we were just talking about Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
outfits.
it's definitely it's not important. I had no idea. Wow, that's learned something new every day. That's crazy.
Use it as a fun fact, Tevya, if you will.
Yeah,
I talk randomly. You know, I just say like, oh hey, my dog's right next to me. Boom, random.
exactly. Wow, I had no idea. Yep, learn something new every day. So I guess young Diana is the backup. So yeah, skipping that.
Oh.
I've already read them all. What's the point? I get why they'd want to collect them though. I get that. Wow, Image is bad this week.
Oh, I thought it said Gordon Ramsay. I'm like, you got a Gordon Ramsay comic? Yeah, I'll read him. I'll read him yelling at people and all that stuff.
That would be hilarious. I don't read any of these, just because. What is this? Just because I didn't like get on them initially. Come here, Bane. Bane, 1 second. Bane, come here. Quit being a dick.
I did hear about that hominess. I didn't know about it though until literally a couple days ago because I don't watch the show or movie or whatever it is.
Department of Truth is not coming out. This is incorrect. I'm gonna throw a fit. The Me You Love in the Dark. Okay, that's the second print.
This one's
there's
Image,
like
right?
Yeah, there's like nothing, at least that I buy.
That's disappointing. I've been buying a lot of Image, and so like there's like nothing.
Image always has something every week. I'm surprised they don't. I read Army of Darkness #1. I was like, meh, it's not my thing. Like, it's okay. Guess what? We're gonna say it wasn't made for me, and that's totally fine.
You got a super chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on a different tab. Thank you, Eric Davis. Let me see here. Wait, show it. I see Lori from KOF. I click.
I see Iori from KOF. I click. That's my profile.
Oh, that's you. That's your icon. I get that. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Eric. I really appreciate it. What is KOF again?
King of Fighters is the abbreviation. It's a video game series which is getting a movie next year. I'm so happy. They look so beautiful, amazing, and stuff. And he's giving a kitten some freaking milk. They're not supposed to have milk, by the way. Don't do that. Give them water. But it's so cute. It's like a little Persian kitty, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so adorable. Thank you for the reference.
That's awesome.
Everybody just finds this guy as like abusive or whatever because of how violent he is with his dialogue. But in actuality, all he does is play bass in a jazz band, and he doesn't like violence, and he takes care of his younger sister.
I have no idea. That's awesome though. Yeah, I did say, Robert, I wasn't going to use this site anymore, but then I used this site like a dumbass. So Vampyverse, I read #1 of also. And it was like, meh. Like, I can't get into a lot of Dynamite's titles. Even if I try, they're not that good. Like, Red Sonja, Jennifer's Blood. It used to be good. This time, meh. Like, I just can't get into a lot of Dynamite. Do you read anything from Dynamite?
Do I have anything from Dynamite at all? Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. Ah, man, I got out of the Midtown Comics app. Why did I do that? Wait, is Radiant Black from Dynamite, or is that from Image?
Oh, I don't know. I dropped that. I don't remember.
You dropped it already?
No, I dropped it I dropped it at like issue 2 or 3. I was like, I'm not reading the Power Rangers 2.0.
I will. Thank you. I freaking love Power Rangers.
Oh, see, back to Damon. I didn't like Hikatea because the way that Wonder Woman beats on Batman. I think that's what a lot of people like. Even though it's understandable, I think that's where a lot of people didn't like that storyline, right? Radiant Black is Image. Thank you, Second Street.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's Batman. He'll survive.
Yeah, right. Batman can beat anybody with prep time, right? So it is Image. What?
I got it because I shipped the two.
You ship the two what?
I ship Batman with Wonder Woman.
Oh, I know. I ship him more with like
Selena.
Yeah. Well, no, I hate him with Selena, even though it happens all the time. I would rather see him with Talia.
Oh, I love that's so interesting.
I love him with Talia because Talia is. What's that?
Andrea. I like Andrea.
Oh yeah. But Talia is still, I mean, I don't know about right now currently because she's in the totality, but she is evil, right? She is conflicted. And I feel like there could be a lot better storyline of not only Batman, trying to save Gotham, but to save her soul. I think that could but isn't Talia low-key kind of toxic? Oh, absolutely. And that's what makes it interesting. So is Selena. But she's not the Selena from years ago. Natalia is poisonous. I know people hate it. I love it though. I do. I just like Talia as a character.
Toxic relationships. It's a thing. Sometimes I think it's a weird thing, but it's a thing. No judgment.
Well, it's the thing is it's more interesting to read, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why you go back to Dan Didio not letting Kate Kane get married because reading married old people is boring, but not necessarily. I don't necessarily agree with him there, but Black Hammer. I haven't been reading Black Hammer. I should, but May's book, Jeff Lemire's book, issue 1 was really good. Primordial. Why does that? I think I got. No, I didn't. This is Aubrey Sitterson, and I'm gonna get it just because I like Aubrey Sitterson, the comic you have always wanted. But then I noticed after I got it, it was No One Left to Fight 2. So I didn't know if there was like a yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
This is what happened to me when I watched Baki on Netflix. I'm like, the very first episode, I was like, this is the sequel. I know this is a sequel. It smells like a sequel. Everybody's it's like the way the dialogue is, it's a sequel. And so I had to tell my brother, like, we're gonna have to stop. He was like, why? And I'm like, it's a sequel. I know it is. Let me look it up. And I'm like, yep, I was right. There was one. There was a Baki series like a long time ago. We gotta watch that one first. Because like they were talking like as if you should know everybody. And I'm like, I don't know anybody.
Right. So Robert said, apparently, here, let me get out of this.
Apparently,
I haven't read 12 yet, and I don't care about spoilers, so earmuffs if anyone else said. But I recommend checking Black Hammer out. I will, Tava. I should have been reading it. I started it, and then I dipped out. Apparently, in Strange Adventures is all about Alana in the end, and now she is a hero of two worlds. What do you think about that? I'm not surprised at all. It's Tom King. Like, did you expect it to go any other way than have Alana be the hero? There's no other way it could have went. And now I gotta read it. Damn it. Yeah, No One Left to Fight is very interesting. Okay, I'll have to check out the first volume of it. But yeah, so is out of curiosity. Did they kill Adam Strange, like, for sure? Which, thank God it's like, oh, I'm sure it's Tom King. I dropped Supergirl just because Tom King is such an asshole. Not that I thought it was bad. It wasn't bad, but I'm not surprised at all. I don't read Strange Adventures is still going. It was the last issue that came out today. It was delayed. How long did it take 12 issues to come out? Like 2.5 years.
Oh my
Typical
god.
Tom King. Just like when he had Catwin. Yeah, exactly. There was no other way for that to go. So,
Oh, I saw
oh,
most of the dialogue of Catwoman fighting something, and she kept saying meow, and I'm like, please stop. I understand that that's your the cat is your identity or something like that, but no more, please.
oh my God.
Oh,
Oh,
Loki gave me a question. Kengan, Ashra, or Baki? Kengan. I don't. At first, I'm like, listen, 3D or CGI or whatever. I'm like, ugh, I hate it so much. But I'm like, listen, the fights are better. Baki versus Muhammad Ali's son was crap. I got so freaking angry because of the opening hyped me up for it. Okay, for Kengan Ashura, you got realistic fights. It's fun. They actually have like at least one female fighter on there. Baki doesn't have any, and I realized that. So
yeah,
Kengan,
totally. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Animu from Netflix.
Oh, okay. So he was killed off, and Alana, she was because she killed the alien that took her daughter, and now is going back to Rand because there will be a blockback. So Mr. Terrific has Alana. So Mr. Terrific and Alana are now like a thing. Okay,
What?
I can't. I don't know. It's so weird. The whole thing is so weird. His Human Target's coming out. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I can't read Tom King anymore at all. It's bad. So
I think Batman and Zatanna is a pretty popular ship.
oh,
But
I
I
love
want to
them
say,
together.
like, if it's not Selena, then everything else is underrated.
That's so funny. Yeah, I meant that he has the daughter. Wait. So he has the okay. Yep, that's why I you did. Nope. All right, so Mr. Terrific has the daughter and Alana's back on Ran. Okay. All right, that sounds terrible. Absolutely terrible. Anyway, so we're gonna wrap up. Is there anything you wanted to add before we go?
We didn't talk about dubs.
Oh crap! I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. We talk too much.
Alana left her daughter with Mr. I can't take it anymore. No, Tom King, you're a mess. Get some therapy. God, what happened to that?
Subs, dubs, or both. I watch both. Both all the way. Because I'm not a pleb.
I only watch dubs because I'm reading is hard. I'm just kidding.
No, as long as you're not watching the Chinese ones where you have to read twice as fast, you'll be fine.
Oh my gosh, I've been watching Death Note. I think I'm don't no spoilers. I think I'm at episode 14 or 15. Oh my god, it's so good.
How'd you feel about the first episode?
The first episode?
The reason is because like this is like it's for like not for kids, not for teens, for mostly adults. So they have like adult stuff. And on the first episode, I heard that there was something near close to like assault, almost a sexual assault, or
oh yeah, well, it wasn't bad
raping.
though. It wasn't. It was basically that was kind of his first victim, if I remember correctly. I watched all 14 in a row. You don't have to judge me.
No, that's fine. I do the same.
No, and it's like I want to know what's going on. And then I was like, this is getting so like, so we have Gordon, so we have Batman, we have everybody in here, and then I was like, okay, it's totally getting different. We're going to kind of explore a really weird, like, two psychos almost, right? Like completely and utterly thinking you're doing things for the right reasons does not make them those reasons okay, and I kind of love it. It's messed up, but it's fun. I love it. That what sounds like okay. All right, so we're gonna end out here. Thank you guys, everybody, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Bianca, for coming on again. You are amazing.
Yeah, have me on anytime, just like Robert.
That's right. She's a wonderful guest. Okay, we will see you guys next time. Bye bye.